Hello, I'm Brian Mallard, and welcome to Minstrels on the Block. Last week we had Henry Connolly in the studio, and this week we have special guest Jim Patrick. So, Jim Patrick, tell me about yourself.
Well, I started music probably, when I was 12 or 13. My mother sort of forced me to play the piano, and I played that for 4 years. And when I decided to quit, she got so mad at me that she wouldn't let me get my driver's license until I was about 17. So that was a real challenge. But music was so much a part of my family. I have 3 brothers that all play the guitars. I have a sister that played the piano. My father played the guitar and used to have folks over to the house, monthly to play, just to play bluegrass. And I would just sit in a corner and watch. He even taught me how to play the spoons, and I would sit and play the spoons with these guys, all older men who came out and played music. And then, of course, music in church, and it just seems like music has been a part of me. I went down to Nags Head one time with a vacation with my cousins, and I had a cousin that played as well. I got a bunch of cousins that all played music, and he showed me a couple of chords on the guitar, and I played those until my fingers fell off, until I finally learned like a third chord and a fourth chord. I'm sure I drove my family crazy. But that really started from there. I was probably 14 or 15 years old. And I'm only 19 now, so it hasn't been that long ago. Yeah. But it's you just play and play when you have an interest in music, and that's probably the easiest way to learn is just to keep playing and playing until you master the skill. But we had a great time playing. Like I say, eventually my brothers learned how to play, and my first guitar that I bought was $21 from J.C. Murphy's. My brother since I didn't have a driver's license yet, my brother had to take me to Murphy's, and I got the guitar in a little cardboard box. It was a little small guitar with nylon strings. And I sat in the back seat and was trying to tune it on the way home and broke a string before I even got it home. And so I was challenged with that right off the bat. But eventually that was great. I played that and learned how to start playing, and really wanted a nicer guitar. And my senior year, it was Christmas time, and about a week before Christmas, a buddy of mine came over to play music, and he came in toting this 12-string guitar and a brand new 12-string that his parents had given him for Christmas. And he was sitting and playing that, and I'm sitting there playing my little $21 Murphy's guitar. And my daddy sat in there and listened to us a little while, and then he got up and he left the room. And a few minutes later, he comes back with a case, and then it was a Yamaha 12-string that he had bought for Christmas. He said, "Well, you might as well play this now."
Oh, wow.
And this was like a week before Christmas, and that was just amazing. I played that for a number of years. Wish I'd have kept it, eventually sold it, but I played, we played in the early 70s. We formed a Christian kind of a rock folk group, and I played in a couple of different groups, and we played all over the state of Virginia, where I'm from originally, and played all up into Maryland and Delaware at colleges and churches and coffee houses back in those days. So many variety of kinds of music. We played in front of thousands of people. I had a small group, Jim Patrick, in one day, and we played in pretty large church venues and colleges, and traveled all over the state playing on weekends. We all had regular jobs, and had to we didn't make a lot of money at it, and we weren't doing it for the money. We were doing it for the music. So I went on to work in a church full time and directed music, and so really when we moved down to Georgia because of work, we got involved with the church here and played in the church orchestra and played with different groups, and just played music for years and years and years. So it's been 45 years of playing music. So just a great time.
We'll be right back, but first here's Never Too Late by Jim Patrick.
was a pretty young girl sitting all alone. Seemed awful young to be away from home, sitting in the diner late at night. Softly she began to cry. I had to ask her why. She wiped away the tears and said to me, Mister, I just want to come home. I'm so tired of being alone. I got mad and ran away. My mama begged me to please stay, but I had nothing more to say. Is it too late to go back home? It's too late. Her words took me back like it was yesterday. I was 16 when I'd run away. It took me 20 years to get back home. It's never too late. My mama was glad that I'd come home. I was tired of being alone. I got mad, ran away. My mama begged me to please stay, but I had nothing more to say, and I was glad that I went home. I reached in my jeans for all the coins I had, held them out, said she won't be mad. Go ahead, give her a call. She put the money in the old payphone, dialed the number to her mama's home. I paid my check as I heard her say, Mama, I just want to come home. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so sorry I ran away. I know you begged me to stay, but I had nothing more to say. Is it too late to come back home? Is it too late? I couldn't hear the reply. All I could see was a light in her eye. It's never too late to come back home. It's never too late to come back home. It's never too late.